See, Effenus, we had a good conversation going, so.
Okay, all
Can we
right.
get the mic? Thank you. Come on.
Effenus, come on up. I was part of your group for a little bit, and I just, really interesting.
Okay. The thing that I would say is that we are living in a time when there's significant divides in terms of philosophy, ideology, and so forth. And the question around bias, you know, we all have bias. So let's start there. The question is, how do we address the concept of what we call polarities, when one person may be thinking of a situation in one way and you in another? I would say it's an effort that you have to work on over time, really get to look at the upsides of both perspectives and try to figure out a way where there's sort of a happy medium involved. It's not easy work because as we're learning in some of the work we're doing around things like people that are challenging public policy, people who are challenging immigration policy, people who are challenging the LGBTQ community on a variety of issues, whether it's religion or so forth. It's really reaching in, stepping out of your comfort zone and trying to say, how can I make a difference to change that? But realize that it won't happen overnight, but look inside first, try to understand how you can be more impactful, and work at that in your own individual way. There's no one solution, there's no right approach. It's just having the passion, the energy, and try to understand, as someone mentioned earlier, the why. Try to uncover what's behind that and work at it one step at a time.
Thank you so much. We got one more question. We got about time for two more questions. Thanks, we appreciate you.
I just wanted to add to that, actually, when it comes to bias. I think one of the biggest things we can do to kind of help overcome bias is by getting out our comfort zone, like you said, and putting ourselves in situations where we're around people who are not like us and experiencing them. Coming from a place where you want to just experience it and have an open mind about it. So I think those things help a lot. I think me being a person that comes from, as Steve like to say, the hood, I think I've changed a lot of people's biases and what people think of when they think about people from the hood, right? And so I think that is just from being around me. If you are around me, you realize I'm probably not like what you think people are that are from the hood. So I think stepping out, if you're around me, coming to my community in the areas where I hang out, you would see people like me. And I think that'll help overcome some of your biases or help you deal with some of those biases. And I think for us, people of color, we are experiencing a lot of this so we're constantly trying to overcome our biases and constantly put in situations where we have to face them, no matter what they are. So I think step out of your comfort zone and get around people who don't look like you, who are not in the same socioeconomic status as you, and all the different things help with overcoming bias.
I think, to answer, what can we do? I think a lot of it is listen, right? Listen and look for common ground, because to your point, we all have bias, and so instead of shoving my bias and trying to convince you that my bias is the right bias, understand that there's lots of gray in between all this, and find common ground, and then start from there. I think is a key.
Great, thank you.
Sounds good. We got time for one more question before we bring Steve up. We got prizes. We giving away cash, man. Well, Steve's giving away cash. So everybody stick around. Yes, we got Venus gonna add the last comment here.
Sir, I just coming from research, the one thing that has been very powerful is that in order for you to change your bias, you're going to be biased no matter what. So the only thing that really has shown to actually work is physical contact. So actually, what you're doing, connecting with that person at a human level. That's what's going to change. So if and I don't mean like connect once, I mean create a relationship. So if the person connects with you and becomes your friend, that's going to start shifting how they think about your race or your diversity or the way you think. And that reframing only happens through experience. So experiencing other people is what backs research in terms of how do you circumvent bias. And the last thing I want to say is look at systems and how systems are built to continue the bias. So if you really want to change bias, you don't want to change the individual, you want to change the system. So look at the system and the levers that keep the bias in.
Great, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, give yourselves a huge round of applause, please. We're gonna continue with the next person. We've got beautiful fights here. We're gonna give away 3 packages, 3 of their monthly packages. Yeah, give it up for them. Beautiful fight. We got Gloria in the house. Gloria? Okay.